Okay. Hare Krishna, devotees. Uh-huh. Do you have my telephone? Yeah. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharne Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarne Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you. Well, you know, the book distributors are always my favorite devotees. I used to do full-time book distribution on the streets of the UK, 8 to 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. Oh yes. So yeah, it's just such an important and such a wonderful and such a blissful service. There's nothing which compares to it, actually. So I thought I would read a few verses. Let's see. What would it be? Yeah. Three verses. Right. Here we go. From Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. So I'll read 3 verses. Verses 37, 38, and 39. Very important and very wonderful verses which are just all about book distribution. So this is verse 37. Yatai damsi samidognia basmasat kuruterjuna gyan agni sarva karmani basmasat kurute tata. Translation: as a blazing fire turns firewood to ashes, O Arjuna, so does the fire of knowledge burn to ashes all reactions to material activities. And verse 38. Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha vidyate tatsvayam yoga samsiddha kale natmani vindati. You know, if you've got, well, you've all got Bhagavad Gita at home, but if you've got it on your device or computer, you know Prabhupada's books, remember these verses. Bhagavad Gita chapter 4, verses 37, 38, 39, and there's a couple of others just around these verses, and they're really inspiring. So this is 38. In this world, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism. And one who has become accomplished in the practice of devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself in due course of time. Right, I think I'll come back and read the purport of that verse. But anyway, first of all, verse 39. Shraddhaval labhate jnanam tatpara samyatendriya. Jai His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj Ki Jai. Welcome, Maharaj. Shraddhaval labhate jnanam tatpara samyatendriya. Jnanam labdva param shantim achire na digachati. A faithful man or woman, just a faithful person, who is dedicated to transcendental knowledge and who subdues his senses, is eligible to achieve such knowledge. And having achieved it, he quickly attains the supreme spiritual peace. Right, let me read one of the purports. I'll read the purport of verse 38. Let me just read the translation again. In this world there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Such knowledge is the mature fruit of all mysticism, and one who has become accomplished in the practice of devotional service enjoys this knowledge within himself in due course of time. So let me read the purport. It's just a fairly short purport. Try and listen carefully though. When we speak of transcendental knowledge, we do so in terms of spiritual understanding. As such, there is nothing so sublime and pure as transcendental knowledge. Ignorance is the cause of our bondage, and knowledge is the cause of our liberation. This knowledge is the mature fruit of devotional service. And when one is situated in transcendental knowledge, he need not search for peace elsewhere, for he enjoys peace within himself. Excuse me. In other words, this knowledge and peace culminate in Krishna consciousness. That is the last word in the Bhagavad Gita. Yes, so devotees, what you're doing, this book distribution program, is just, it's a wonderful and amazing program. We can say it's a very important program. That's true. You can say, arguably, it's the most important program, at least for us as individuals. It'll probably be the most important program that we can do. You know, Lord Krishna, in chapter 8, let me just, bear with me a few seconds. Oops. A few seconds. Here we go. Chapter 8. Okay. Actually, which chapter is it? What am I doing here? Anyway, I haven't got the right place, but it's okay. So there's a series of verses. There's a series of verses where Lord Krishna is speaking to Arjuna about different levels of Krishna consciousness. You know, like the best level is such and such. Yes. Okay, here it is. It's verse 8. Chapter 12. Chapter 12, verse 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. First of all, Krishna says, verse 8, just fix your mind on me. Just like that. I remember when I was a new devotee. I'm still a new devotee. Devotees. In a couple of days I will have been at least a member of ISKCON. I don't know about a devotee, but a member of ISKCON. 51 years, so I'm a new devotee. I am a new... I remember visiting an Italian Catholic monastery near Milan. The devotees took me, and quite some time ago, and there was one monk who showed us around, and I asked him, how long have you been living here? And he said, I forget exactly, but something like 56 years. At the time I had been living in the temple maybe 35 years. And then I thought, wow, I'm a new devotee. So anyway, I remember when I was really a new devotee, one more senior devotee was preaching to me, and he said, you know, in Krishna consciousness, there's only one rule. Just always remember Krishna and never forget him. Or maybe that's 2 rules. Just remember Krishna, never forget him. And I thought, oh, that sounds good. I could do that, I think. But then I found it's not so easy to just remember Krishna. You know, if you want to remember Krishna, first thing you have to chant your rounds. If you don't chant your rounds, you're not going to remember Krishna for long. You'll start forgetting fairly quickly, and other things will come into your mind. But devotees who are very advanced, this is what Krishna is talking about here, chapter 12, verse 8. Just fix your mind on me. That's all. Just fix your mind on me. And engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without doubt. So that's a very advanced level of pure devotional service. Then in verse 9, Krishna says, if you can't do that, so he's starting from the highest level and working his way down. If you can't just fix your mind on me, then follow the regulative principles. Yeah, it means practice devotional service basically in the same type of way that we're doing. You know, we chant our rounds, right? Am I right? We chant our rounds, okay, and so on. So there's certain do's and do nots, and that helps us keep on track. Yes, so if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. Then, verse 10, coming down, stepping down a step further. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. Because by working for me, you'll come to the perfect stage, step by step. Just do some service. If you can't chant 16 rounds, if you can't follow the regulative principles, you know, if you can't avoid Bollywood all the time, then just do some service. Do some service. Work for me, Krishna says. And then gradually you'll become elevated and you'll become able to follow the regulative principles. And then after some time, you'll be able to think of Krishna always. Then, if, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. In other words, just be charitable. That's all. If you can't do devotional service regularly, help out at the temple or something like that, then at least be charitable. It's not even Krishna conscious, it's just kind of the material mode of goodness. Then, devotees, listen to this. If you cannot do that, if you can't be charitable, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. This is the sequence that Krishna is giving here. Engage yourself in cultivating Krishna conscious knowledge. So, you know, Srila Prabhupada is the great transcendental expert on Krishna consciousness, what it is and how to do it. Srila Prabhupada understood that these people, you know, them, you know, the ones out there walking in the streets, the ones out at the shopping mall, those ones, you know, there's no question of them just thinking of Krishna. Following regulative principles, there's no real question of that. Working for Krishna, doing some service, not likely. Being charitable, not too much, maybe a little bit. But read a book, they can read a book. So Srila Prabhupada understood that this is the way to approach the people now. Give them the books. Because if you can't do all these things, cultivate knowledge, Krishna says, and then gradually it'll sort of unfold. All the other stages will come to you. So there you have, this is the logic behind the book distribution program. This is the logic behind it, that the people, at least the great majority of them, can read. And if you explain it a little bit, not too much, you don't need to make a speech. Shri Shri Radha Radhanath Shri Giri Govardhan Shri Caitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. If you can just speak to them nicely, get them to take a book, sooner or later they will look at it. In some cases, some of these books which we have distributed, they sat on the person's bookshelf sometimes for 10 years, 20 years in some cases. And then the person thought, oh, what's this? And took it out and started reading. Or their friend came, or some relative, and oh, what's this now? So yes, so like this. And these books, actually these books are alive in a certain transcendental sense, because the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the great devotees, when they speak, they are present in their speech. They're present in their words. So Prabhupada, he didn't exactly write the books. He didn't even type them out. Mainly he just spoke them. And yeah. So Krishna is present in Bhagavad Gita. He's present. And when we develop transcendental vision in the future, we'll see him in the pages. And Prabhupada's there too. They're actually, you could say, transcendentally, physically present. Yes, so when people get these books, it's amazing. They're like deities. And as soon as they open the book, the Lord or Prabhupada speaks to them. Actually speaks to them. The deities like Radha Radhanath, Hare Krishna, I have not heard reports of them speaking to any of the devotees. Maybe Mother Radha Radhanath, because you know Mother Radha Radhanath. Maybe they speak to her occasionally. But otherwise, I don't know about you, but not to me. But the books, they are as much the Lord as the deity. But they're forms of the Lord. They speak to you. And there's a purport of Prabhupada's in which he says, we would like to thank Narada Muni for appearing in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, we would like to thank him for appearing in the pages. So this is the same, it's that point. So you're giving the books to the people, what a service you're doing. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. sit there. Let Maharaj sit in the Vyasa.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, thank you very much for assembling here. We'd like to thank His Holiness Bhakti Caitanya Swami Maharaj for being here to give us this inspiration for the Sankirtan or the book distribution program. We're also fortunate to have His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj here with us. And we'll invite you, Maharaj, to please come up to the Vyasa-san. For those of you watching online, thank you very much for joining us as well. And we apologize for the delay. But I think we are being caught up with a work day. And people have just got back to work. So thank you so much for joining us. And when Maharaj has finished speaking, and we'll very quickly explain to you how we want you to engage with this program. And it's a very simple way of trying to distribute books in real time, online. So over to His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chachurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langhayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Caitanya Mishwaram Sri Caitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Pathakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanutam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Caitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitam Ta Namah Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachacya Deshatarini Jaya Sri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Guru Maharaj is giving wonderful lecture on the book distribution. Maharaj had a lot of personal experience also. The book distribution is one of the most direct activity for Srila Prabhupada. He said many times in the lectures and also room conversation time, my Guru Maharaj wanted, if you have the money, if I am not wrong, 1936 I think, in the letter, His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wrote to Prabhupada, if you have the books, publish the books. Personal instruction also is given instruction there. So Srila Prabhupada took that instruction of his spiritual master serious, that he must publish. After that he always tried, while he was in India also preaching, League of Devotees, tried. He was translating Bhagavad Gita and as well as Bhagavatam, Canto 1. Then he went to America. There again he had to translate again Bhagavad Gita because of some other incidents, big story it is. Because it was dear to his spiritual master and it became very dear to Prabhupada also. If you want to please Prabhupada, we have to distribute the books. Prabhupada said, I never will die. How it is possible? Prabhupada said that through my books I am always present. I always live in this world. Words of each and every purport written by Srila Prabhupada is eternal. These are the words of the Supreme Lord coming through Prabhupada. In the one of the room conversation I was reading, one of the disciples asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you are quoting so many references, Upanishads, Vedantas, Puranas. You don't have any books. How you do know it, all this? Not only quoting chapter and verse number even. Practically not possible in the age of Kali. So, Prabhupada said, Krishna telling to write. And after books are published, again Srila Prabhupada used to read and enjoy. So one of the disciples asked, Prabhupada, you wrote the books, why you are reading and feeling happy? So no. That time Krishna was dictating, but I am now reading to understand it. These books are not ordinary books, these are transcendental. Every word, what you find it, it changes the life of people. One incident in Nairobi, during the BBT Africa meeting, one Mataji, Dwarakam, I know her in Nairobi, two Matajis every day, they take prasad morning, after that go whole day doing the book distribution, throughout the year. She was telling that she on one marketplace standing and giving the book distribution. One local guy, he was running. She stopped, sir, take this book, very good book, showing the book, Bhagavad Gita. Very nice book. No, I'm in a hurry, don't stop me. No, very nice book, just read it. Only it costs only 60 but it is very valuable. When she insisted again and again, he just given the money, took the book and gone. Running, he went to a small hilltop. He stopped there. Actually, he was running to commit suicide. He wanted to fall down under the train, commit suicide. He thought that was still half an hour time is there, train to come. Still, okay, let me see what is that book that the lady has given. And he opened the book, started reading the introduction. While reading, he forgot, train come and gone, he is forgotten. And he was sitting there reading till evening. Evening he came home. Again in the night he was reading Bhagavad Gita. In the morning he phoned. Because there in Nairobi, any book distributor goes, they give a card also there. And distributor name and address, temple address, everything is there, contact number. That gentleman phoned this Mataji. Yesterday, you gave me one book to me. Yes. So I want to come and talk to you. I said, okay, you can come. What time you come? 8:30, you can come. This is our temple address is there. Come, I will be waiting for you. When he came, then he told her that, say, actually, yesterday I was running to commit suicide. Because I gave me this book, I was reading the book, I forgot to commit suicide. Then I realized that how serious sinful activity about to commit myself. The life is given by the God, I was committing suicide. So it is, Prabhupada's books are so powerful, it is divine writings, purpose. It changes the life of people. 2011 I was in Kapurthala in Punjab. Just a small program we want to do. I was staying in one of the lecturer in college, he was communication engineer. He told me his own personal experience. Just a new devotee, that time he was not initiated. He said that 4 or 5 months before he went to Vrindavan, in India people go on, not as a very serious, but okay, let us go to pilgrimage. After visiting Banke Bihari and other temples, he came to ISKCON. He was feeling very happy to see beautiful deities of Radha Shyam Sundar, Krishna Balram, Gaurnitai. He was standing on the one of the veranda and looking at the deities. One devotee came, Prabhu, it's a very nice book, can you take it? He said, I want it, just 5 rupees. He took it. That book was On the Way to Krishna. He said that he was standing out there and just going through the pages. When he was reading the page number, chapter 2, he came across a paragraph. He said that Krishna said that one who had decided to refrain from his immortal habits and make progress in the Krishna consciousness is considered a sadhu. Normally when you say that somebody is sadhu, people got different opinion. Then he said that Prabhupada was quoting Apite Suduracharo Bhatte Mamanya Bhag Sadhureva Gantavyam Samyak Vyavsito Saha. He said that Prabhupada writing that quote from Bhagavad Gita, and he said that he is a sadhu. So I wanted to see how it is one can become a sadhu unless he leave home and go to the forest and change the ashram. When I got reading, I understood it. And that changed his life. He was a completely 100% materialistic person. But just reading the book On the Way to Krishna, which is nothing but proper lectures on 6th chapter and 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. They compiled as separate. Then he changed his life. He started, you don't know ABC, then he started reading the books suddenly. When he came to Delhi, he came across a devotee, disciple of Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj. Then came, now he got initiated also. Prabhupada books so potent that they can change the life of the people. So Prabhupada also wanted that distribution is the most essential activity of the Krishna ISKCON. ISKCON is not the must eat and sleep, but to spread the mission of Caitanya Mahaprabhu, to spread the transcendental knowledge to each and every one. Prabhupada says that you go and give lecture, after some time they will forget it all. How much time they can remember it. But if you give the book, and one day they will read, when they read the book, and they will try to understand. And there will be transformation in their life also. Therefore, the book division is a very, very important. Srila Prabhupada says that Bhagavad Gita is the preliminary study of the Bhagavatam. In the Bhagavatam, first canto, 3rd chapter, 43rd verse says, Krishne sadhaumopagate dharma jnanadibhissaha kalau nasta drushanisha puranarko adnoditaha. Bhagavad Gita Purana is as brilliant as the sun, and it has arisen just after the departure of Lord Sri Krishna to his own abode, accompanied by religion, knowledge, etc. Persons who have lost their vision due to the dense darkness of ignorance in the age of Kali shall get light from this Purana. Because the transcendental knowledge is not easy. But all the transcendental knowledge in relation to the Supreme Lord is in the Bhagavatam. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada gives very nicely. Lord Sri Krishna has eternal dhama abode, where he eternally enjoys himself with his eternal associates. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord says that he descends by his own potency, Atmaya, his form, name, fame, paraphernalia, abode, etc. are not, therefore, creation of the matter. He descends to reclaim the fallen souls and to re-establish the courts of religion, which are directly enacted by him, except for God, no one can establish the principles of religion. Either he or a suitable person empowered by him can dictate the course of religion. Real religion means to know God. The conditioned souls who are entrapped by the material energy hardly know all these principles of life. Most of them are like animals, engaged in eating, sleeping and mating. And they are mostly engaged in the sense enjoyment and under the pretension of religiosity, knowledge and salvation. They are still more blind in the present age of Kali. In the Kali Yuga, the population is just a royal edition of the animals. They have nothing to do with the spiritual knowledge or godly religious life. They are so blind that they cannot see anything beyond the jurisdiction of the subtle mind, intelligence or ego. But they are very much proud of their advancement in the knowledge, science and material prosperity. They can risk their lives to become a dog or hog just after leaving the present body. For they have completely lost the sight of the ultimate aim of life. The personality Godhead, Krishna, appeared before us just a little prior to the beginning of the Kali Yuga, and he returned to the eternal abode practically at the commencement of the Kali Yuga. While he was present, he exhibited everything by different activities. He spoke the Bhagavad Gita especially and eradicated all the pretensions, principles of religiosity. And prior to his departure from this material world, he empowered Sri Vyasadeva through Narada to compile the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. And thus, both Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita are like the torch bearers for the blind people of this age. In other words, if men in this age of Kali want to see the real light of life, they must take these two books only, and the aim of the life will be fulfilled. Bhagavad Gita is the preliminary study of the Bhagavatam, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the summum bonum of the life, Lord Sri Krishna personified. We must therefore accept Bhagavatam as the direct representation of Krishna. And Padma Purana also mentioned that Lord Krishna is not different from the Puranas, Bhagavatam, other Purana. So when you are distributing the books to the outside, to the non-devotees or devotee, anyone, we are actually giving them the Supreme Lord. When you are reading the Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, we are with the Supreme Lord. Because the Bhagavatam, the words of the Lord is non-different from the Lord. And also in Bhagavad Gita, we know, in the last, just before conclusion of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, in the 18th chapter, Krishna says, who is very dear to him. Ya idam paramam guhyam mad bhakte shavidasyate bhaktim mayi para krutva mame vashyasi asamshaya. Lord gives assurance that blessing. The one who teaches the instructions of Bhagavad Gita to anyone, you will get the parabhakti. Parabhakti means pure devotional service. Even if we are not only giving benefit of spiritual life to others, non-devotees, but also by doing so, we as a devotee also get the blessings of Krishna to achieve the highest level of the pure devotional service to Krishna. It's not so easy to get it. But when Lord wants, when He blesses, everything is possible. And also in the same next verse says that the one, there is no such person who in this material world who is more dear to me than the one who teaches his Bhagavad Gita. Na tasman manusheshu kaschid me priyakurtama. Bhutvanami tasmat, bhavitanami tasmat anyah priyataro bhuvi. There is no one more dear to me than the person who distributes this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to. So for our own welfare or spiritual benefit also, we have to distribute the books to others, Prabhupada's books. And also by doing so, we are helping all other living entities to get out of this animalistic way of life. They think that, oh, eating, sleeping, mating, I am very happy. I am getting good salary, everything. But how long the good will be there? That can be understood only by going through the purports of Srila Prabhupada. So more we try to distribute. How to distribute? When you go out, at the most people say, I don't want it. That's all, nothing. Okay, don't. At least you approach them. And you said Hare Krishna to them. They heard the word name of Krishna. It will benefit him. You will be free of the so many reactions of the karma. Just by hearing the name of Krishna, or if he recites, you will be free of the reaction of the so many karma. As Yamaraj also says it. Who are the people to go to hellish planets? Yamaraj say that. Jivana Bhakti Bhagavat Gunanama Deyam. The one who never speaks of name of Krishna. Chetastanacharati Charana Bindu. The one never thought of holy at the lotus feet of Krishna, because some people shy of taking the holy name of the Lord. Okay. But they can take mentally they can think it. Krishneti namati yachare kadapi. The one who never paid obeisance to Krishna, bring them for punishment. So by giving this knowledge, or even if you say Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, by hearing, they get purified of the reaction of the sinful activities. In both ways, we are beneficial to others and to the self also. So and it is very dear to Srila Prabhupada. So our being the members of the ISKCON, being the devotee of ISKCON, we are eternal indebted to our Param Guru, Srila Prabhupada. By doing the book distribution, spreading his message to all, we will be doing some service to the Srila Prabhupada. And that will please him. We stop here. Time for Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Let's have a round of applause for both our wonderful speakers. Thank you so much. The emphasis on book distribution has not been more clear today when we heard all these wonderful references in support of book distribution as well as realizations. And Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Caitanya Swami made the point we should be reading chapter 4, 37, 38, 39, those verses. And ignorance is the cause of bondage. Knowledge is the cause of our liberation, which brings peace. And knowledge and peace culminate in Krishna consciousness. And here we heard from His Holiness Ram Govinda Swami that this knowledge will deliver one who is in the darkness of ignorance, especially in this age of Kali. Krishna Swadhamo Pagate, that verse Maharaj quoted. So we want to now encourage everybody to engage with book distribution live here today. Maharaj, I just want to point out these two young girls. Stand up, come here quickly since I've seen you, and let everybody have a look. Come quick, run. But these two young girls have been going out on book distribution with their mom. And Hare Krishna, stand, offer obeisances to Maharaj. Offer obeisances. Bow down to Maharaj. So, for those of you watching online as well, if these two young children can go out and distribute books to everybody, and I have some nice photographs of them doing it as well, Mom sent to me, so then I'm sure everybody can do it. So let's give them a round of applause as well. Thank you. So we want you to engage with this, what we call a telethon, and it's happening in two ways. Those in the temple room here live will do it, and those who are online can do it. And it can continue till tomorrow and Sunday as well, because we are finishing with the Live to Give campaign by tomorrow, by Sunday. So we want this intense period, and how we'll do it is, you pick up your phone, your mobile phone, and you skim through randomly, or if you have a targeted audience, you may already have marked some people, and give them a call and say, Hare Krishna, we're calling from the Hare Krishna temple, and we are distributing Bhagavad Gitas at the beginning of this year to create auspiciousness for everybody in the beginning of their new year. So you can do that, or whatever you feel comfortable with speaking to people, and say, please, would you like to contribute to this? Because I'm in the book Marathon, and we'd like to give out as many Bhagavad Gitas as possible. So would you like to contribute to this? The Bhagavad Gitas cost 100 Rand. If you're keen, I'll send you the bank details. And then just get their name and, which temple and what, and then ask them to revert to you with the pledges. All right? Prekeshwari, you want to add some information? Come.
Thank you so much, Smita Krishna Prabhu. So devotees, at the beginning of a program, they always say, please put your phone on silent, please put your phone away. But this is an opportunity for us to actually take our phones out. Devotees, if you are shy in calling people, you can post a picture of the Bhagavad Gita on your WhatsApp status. Oopsie. Okay. We also have forms that we will give out to fill out the details of the sponsor. So please lift your hand when you need a form. We'd also like to just share that the Shri Radha Radhanath Temple has a goal of distributing 1,808 Bhagavad Gitas, and currently we are on 1,400. So really, let's try our best to reach this goal for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. Just a few mentions, sorry to take up time, but we have some very avid book distributors amongst us. Paramatma Prabhu, who manages a Take-A-Lot, has distributed over 200 Bhagavad Gita for 2023. So I think we can give him a round of applause for that. And we have other book distributors with us, Premagali Mataji, Shama Premi, who is here, and many of you. So let's really take this opportunity to reach the finish line. And so happy calling, happy WhatsApping, social media, whatever platform you'd like to use, this is your time. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prekeshwari. Marjorie, will you be here with us? So we want to see how we can do this in an intense way. It's now 1933. So let us say, let's work for a 20-minute marathon in which you probably can call 5 people, right? So you reach out to 5 people in 20 minutes as fast as you can and present yourself as quickly as you can on the phone call without sounding like you're too rushed and too impatient at the same time. But greet them, tell them what you're doing, and it's like those telesales calls you get, right, about what insurance and so on. But we want to do this for Bhagavad Gita. So those online, please do this in your comfort of your home or where you are at the moment. We hope you're still not in the office. But if you are, just quickly do that. Those of you in the temple room, you don't have to sit here. You can walk out into the foyer. You can get on the phone. And then come back here, because Marge is going to give us all a nice biscuit at the end of this. All right, so please receive one biscuit from Marge's hand. And thereafter, we'll go down for prasadam, which we've already arranged in the main tent. So please do not leave. Do this. If you haven't done it before, let's just get into it. It's an exciting adventure to do something new, right? New year, new things, all for Srila Prabhupada. So I'm going to go out in the foyer on my phone. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And everybody there on the line, let's do something for Srila Prabhupada. Distribute Bhagavad Gitas. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. The devotees are out and about with the books, working on their phones, and we're rounding off our time. We'd like you to continue the effort over the next few days. I'll call Priya Kishori to make some announcement about scores. Kishori, come. Serena, you can give your details to Priya Kishori as well quickly, so she can then add that on before you. Serena will give you some information. I think we're going to get pleasantly surprised what we can do in 20 minutes.
Okay, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Rajas, thank you so much for your wonderful association. We'd like to call out the scores for today. We have a combination of Shri Radharanath, Santan and New Jagannath Puri, which we'll call out. So for Shri Radharanath, we have 5 copies distributed by Kunti Mataji, 11 Bhagavad Gitas distributed on Facebook. We just have to confirm the name. 20 by Radha Raman Das while he's at work. I did 1 copy. 5 has been done by Desi. 26 by Smita Krishna Prabhu. Round of applause, thank you. And 3 by Serena and the girls. So for Shri Radharanath, there's a total of 71 Bhagavad Gitas distributed during this time. Oh, and Premagali Mataji finishes off with 6 more Bhagavad Gitas. So that takes us to 77 for tonight. Santan, we have 18 by Chiksholi Mataji. Haribol. 5 by Desi, which gives Santan a total of 23. And New Jagannath Puri Temple has 5 distributed this evening. Haribol! Jai Srila Prabhupada. So to conclude, we have some biscuits that Bhakti Caitanya Maharaj and Ram Govinda Maharaj will distribute to us, as well as some gifts. These are new additions to our books at Sri Radharanath Temple. It is Jayadvaita Maharaj's new book, Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan Standards. So this is just a small gift from us to say thank you. And we have a gift for the highest number of... Okay, let's do a picture. Is anyone able to... Okay. And then we have a gift for the highest number of Bhagavad Gitas distributed today, which is actually His Grace Smita Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you so much.
This is the Bhagavad Gita further explained. So let's give Smita Krishna Prabhu a round of applause. Jai. And thank you so much, Prabhu, for always running this Gita-thon for the past few years. We'd like to do a vote of thanks. Mitra Vrinda Mataji and Rameshwar Prabhu for sponsoring the prasadam and loving prepared this prasadam. The halava has been prepared by Rupa Vilas Prabhu. The biscuits have been prepared by Shama Premi Mataji, as well as all the devotees who have lovingly assisted with this program. Yes, we will start the biscuit distribution. Thank you so much everyone for joining this program. Hare Krishna.
Got it.